Hi everyone, Alchemist here. Today, I'm going to explain guardian demons. What are they? Where do they come from? What's their origin? This is a question that many of you have been asking me. So, I'm going to address it and hopefully it's gonna make sense to you. Guardian demon. Before we address the term guardian demon, we're gonna go back to the origin of the word demon and where does it come from, and the etymology of the word demon and how it was used in history. The word demon, the first mention of the word demon, this dates back to ancient Greece. The Greeks used this word and they used it in ancient Greece as the word daemon or daimon, and eventually it was translated to English and other languages to the word demon. But for the Greeks, for ancient Greece, the word daemon or daimon was used to represent a supernatural divine being or something that's divine. So I want you to visualize with me or imagine with me that you're in ancient Greece in many thousand years ago, for example 3,000 years ago, imagine, or 2,500 years ago, and then you're in ancient Greece, in the area where Greece is at right now, Greece and Turkey, and imagine that when you want to refer to something divine, you would use the word daimon or daimon, basically demon, the word demon. So it was used for something divine, something positive, something that's good, something that represents the realm of the unseen, the realm of the gods, the realm of these spirits that help us, that guide us, that are always protecting us and watching over us. That's how they use the word daimon. But the first time we see a negative connotation to the word demon is with Judeo-Christian dogma. These religions, these monotheistic religions that believe in just one male god, are the ones who took this word and put a negative connotation onto it to represent something that's harmful, something that's disgraceful, something that's just bad in general. And the reason why they did that is because when Judeo-Christian dogma and Christianity, when they wanted to take over with their religion and they wanted their religion to spread around the world, they basically demonized, and here again I'm using the word English demon in a negative connotation because it's the definition that's been given to it for hundreds of years. So they demonized, as in like they made these other pagan religions that existed prior, they made them all like bad and negative, and they said these daimons, these supernatural divine beings that you guys pray to, we the monotheistic religions, Christianity and Judaism, we're gonna make them something bad. So you can only pray to our one and only God, the male God, the dude. That's the only one you're supposed to pray to, and that's it. Game over. This is it. Done. That's how they did it. And from there, the word daimon went to represent something divine to something very scary, something very negative, something very fearful. And mind you, these religions they're very smart. They actually use this to their advantage, because when you become fearful of something, you don't want to go to it, you don't want to approach it, you don't want to research it because you're scared. So they took this word that people used to refer to something divine, and they kind of made it the opposite, so people go to their religion, if you see what I mean. So they used it as kind of to their advantage to draw people to them. and by making the word demon like something fearful, something that you cannot discuss, something that you're not supposed to research or to know because it's against the word of God, you know. But let's go even prior to this, even before the Greeks. What do we find about this, the term demon, or something that represents demons? If we go to ancient Egypt, for example, which is a civilization that existed way before ancient Greece. Ancient Egypt, there's literally, in history, there is no reference to the word demon. It didn't exist. It just did not exist in ancient Egypt. In the ancient Egyptian language, the word demon did not exist. Because the Egyptians, they were revering and they were praying to gods and goddesses. We have Horus, we have Osiris, we have Isis, we have Sekhmet, we have Bastet, we have Anubis, we have all of these deities, these gods. They were basically their version of the daimons that the Greeks later took on and called daimons. So the Egyptians had just gods and they prayed to them. And there was no reference to this demon. They believed in the underworld or the netherworld, which is where your soul will go to if your heart is not as light as a feather. And that's Anubis' judgment, basically. Anubis gets to decide that. And it is said that the underworld has a lot of harmful spirits and malicious spirits. But there is no reference to this demon, this kind of notion of demon. If anything, these gods are the daimons, they are the demons. These ancient Egyptian gods, they are the daimons. In ancient Egypt, one of the gods of ancient Egypt, his name is Heka. Heka, like this. It's the god of magic, because the ancient Egyptians practiced magic in their daily lives. Magic was science for ancient Egyptians. It was their science. They used it widely in every aspect of life, in everyday life. They used magic for everything. And they had priests and priestesses and temples where they practiced magic, they studied magic, they passed on the knowledge to different gifted people. So magic was very prominent in ancient Egypt. And the one of the gods of magic, his name is Heka. And the ancient Greeks later took that, because most of the ancient Greek knowledge, even their pantheons of their gods, come from ancient Egypt. Even alchemy, that is from Hermes Trismegistus, who's basically who wrote the Hermetica, that's from ancient Greece. All of that is from ancient Egypt. So every time we track back, we find ourselves in ancient Egypt. So Heka, there's in the Greek pantheon, there is the goddess Hekate, and she's the goddess of magic. But in ancient Egypt, it's Heka. So the Greeks took that from ancient Egypt and they made it their own god, but they made it into a female goddess and they named her Hekate. Whereas in ancient Egypt, it was just Heka, and he was the god of magic in ancient Egypt. Also, in ancient Egypt, magic was represented by snakes. So snakes played a big role in ancient Egypt's magic. We even have in Christianity the story of Moses with basically being challenged by the pharaohs, by the magicians of the pharaohs, where they threw their staffs and their staffs turned into snakes. Moses, eventually God sent him through his staff, and his staff also turned into a snake. So snake is the representation of magic. It is the symbol of magic in ancient Egypt. Even the god Heka in ancient Egypt was always depicted holding snakes. So snake is the representation of magic. And when we go to alchemy, which is also from ancient Greece, and actually from ancient Egypt and then ancient Greece. So I hope this makes sense to you. I'm trying to explain that everything comes from ancient Egypt. So even alchemy, you see the Ouroboros, the symbol of the Ouroboros, which is a reptile or a lizard. In other imagery, you see snakes. So snakes represent magic, they represent alchemy, they represent transformation, they represent the realm of the divine, the realm of the unseen. So that was in ancient Egypt. There was no mention of the word demon. It didn't exist. If anything, these demons in ancient Egypt, they were the gods. And then even if we go to ancient Mesopotamia, in the civilization of the Assyrians and the Akkadians and so on and so forth that lived in Mesopotamia, they did have some creatures that they labeled as demons, but they were not all of them were bad. Not all of them were against the other gods. These so-called demons in ancient Mesopotamia, they were harmful entities, they were malicious entities, but they also had demons that were good as well. One of the most popular demons of ancient Mesopotamia is Pazuzu. Pazuzu was a demon in ancient Mesopotamia that people back in those times believed in, and they invoked him, Pazuzu, to basically protect them from other demons. So here we have the notion of invoking a demon to protect you against another demon. And this is a practice that's been done in magic over and over. I myself use this sometimes, which is I invoke a powerful demon or a powerful entity, and I use it against another malicious entity, but only if the other entity is malicious. If it's trying to attack me or if it's trying to do something harmful to me, I can invoke a more powerful entity and use it against it. So Pazuzu was used for this purpose. He was invoked for this purpose, and many people had like statues of Pazuzus in their homes, and he was highly revered. He was worshipped by a lot of Mesopotamians, especially against the goddess Lamashtu or Lamashtu. She was a demon who is said to kidnap children or babies. This is again very coherent in, I remember going to, when I spent some time in Bali, they have Rangda, who's also a goddess witch, but she's also revered. People pray to her, people do offerings to her, but it is said that she also kidnaps small children and feeds off their blood. But this is also coherent with Lilith. There's some accounts that says that Lilith used to kidnap children or infants. So maybe Lilith and Lamashtu and all of these goddesses, maybe we're talking about the same thing. Maybe they were just given different names in different parts of the world depending on the language, but I think they're basically the same deities. Did they really kidnap babies? I'm not sure. And if they did, for what purpose? I'm not sure, but what I know is that information has been twisted and has been manipulated and changed throughout millennia, throughout thousands of years to control human beings. So when you hear these things, sometimes you should take them with a grain of salt. Maybe there was a different version of the story, but all you hear is that these goddesses or these gods used to kidnap babies, human babies. But that's not the point here. The point is that people in ancient Mesopotamia used a demon or invoked a demon, Pazuzu, to protect them from harm. Unfortunately, this demon was portrayed in the movie The Exorcist. That's a very famous, widely known movie, as a very bad demon. Here again, we have the influence of Christianity and the influence of these religious dogmas. Pazuzu was given such a horrible, negative image in that movie that most people think it's such a bad demon. People don't even know the background or the history of Pazuzu or even where it comes from. They have no idea. Pazuzu was actually a demon that protected people in ancient Mesopotamia. So it's good to keep these things in mind when we talk about demons and the origin of demons, the word demon. So now that we gave some concept to the word demon and the origin and the etymology and the background, let's talk about guardian demon. Guardian demon. And by the way, the angels, the archangels, are also demons. They're also daimons. All of these supernatural deities or spirits or entities or whatever you want to refer to them, they are daimons, they are demons. So archangels are demons. And they were all part of the same story, part of the same group of beings who came to Earth or landed on Earth, and they created humans, and they were doing their own thing, and they lived on Earth for hundreds of thousands of years, and many humans nowadays are the descendants of these demons or these supernatural beings. You either have their blood, you either have their DNA, because they mixed with humans. Some refer to them as the fallen angels. They're also demons, fallen angels from the sky. Because they were all part of the house of this god. And again, this god is nothing but an interpretation of a boss, someone who was on top of the whole group. So the word guardian demon simply means an entity, a supernatural divine entity that will protect you, guide you, and help you, just like archangels. I don't understand when people think that archangels like Michael and Gabriel and other archangels are there for them and helping them, and they think that demons are not. I'm here to clarify that it's all the same thing. Whatever deity resonates with you, Lucifer, Lilith, Asmodeus, Azazel, Archangel Michael, Gabriel, all of these, all of them, Ariel, all of them, they are supernatural beings, and they can guard you, all of them. They can protect you as long as you have this resonance with them. You feel their presence. You feel that maybe you come from their bloodline, you know? So the separation and the segregation of these archangels and demons, and the archangels are the good ones and the demons are the bad ones, this is all religious stuff. It's religious jazz. It's stuff that was created by Judeo-Christian dogma. It's people who decided that in order to convert people to what we want to believe, because we need people to believe what we believe, we can't believe this stuff by ourselves, we need more people, we're gonna make them scared of demons. So we're gonna put anything harmful or negative or disgraceful or just malicious, we're gonna put it as a definition for the word demon, and we're gonna say that's the stuff you're not supposed to research or pray to, so people can come to us. You see what I'm trying to say here? And not only they're going to make demon or these demons into a negative thing for humans, so they can scare them, so humans become fearful. Not only that, they're gonna even make a racist connotation to it, such as demons are from the dark. They're from darkness. They reside in the underworld, and the underworld is darkness, and you're not supposed to be in darkness because dark is bad. And what's the color of dark? It's black. And in Europe, who were the people who created and promoted and marketed Judeo-Christian religion, and especially Christianity? Who were they? White people. They were not black people, they were white. And even in history, black people, when they were first seen by white people, they were thought of as, with all due respect, as demons or as the devil. Now, this is primitive behavior. This is stupid and dumb behavior that was created, or that was basically practiced by these people who associated the color black with something negative. So we have black, we have darkness, we have dark, and we have demons. We're gonna put them all together into one basket, and we're gonna tell people to never approach this basket because this is against the word of God. the God who loves everyone, the loving God. So it's good to keep in mind that when you hear some kind of information, to research it and track where it comes from, the origin. Guardian demon is like guardian spirit or guardian entity or guardian angel. And the entities mentioned in the Ars Goetia in the Lesser Key of Solomon, these demons, they are just as valid as the angels. And some people choose, for example, in their rituals to use archangels and call on them and invoke them, and some other people choose to invoke demons. So it's good to keep in mind that demons are just spirits or entities that are there to help you, guide you, protect you, and show you the right path. That's all there is to it. Everything else that's scary, negative, fearful is only used to control you by dogmas, by monotheistic religions, by movies, and basically people who want to keep humans ignorant. The more you know about your guardian demons, the more you know about magic, the more you know about the beauty of magic, then you will get to know who you truly are. And if you get to know who you truly are, you become powerful. And when you're powerful, you're fearless. You're not fearful. And when you're fearless, nothing can control you. And that's when you become your own God. That's when you can create your own reality. So let me know in the comment section if you've heard of guardian demons, and if you have a guardian demon. I would like to know. I hope this helps. Thank you guys for watching.